Hey, it's Jason from Kinetic.
And Joe from Evo.
And we're here today to talk to you about wrists.
So something that I see really commonly as a mountain bike instructor is either a bike setup or body positioning that really puts your wrist at a disadvantage.
Yeah, so one thing that can really impact the position of the wrist while you're riding is what's happening at your brake levers.
So what can be a real issue is if your brakes are not set up properly. You can kind of see here if my brake lever is too high. I've already kind of put my wrist into a compromised position. What we'd like to see is the brake lever more in line with the forearm in a riding position. So that's the first thing.
A good rule of thumb to shoot for is having it at about a 45-degree angle, and then depending on your stance, you might have to adjust it a little bit up and down from there. That's a good starting point.
If you find yourself a little bit more in an upright position, you may need to angle your brake levers down. If you like your bike slacked out, or you kind of like hang off the back of the bike a little bit more, you might need it up a little bit.
Yeah, and then talking about riding position, we have a great drill to kind of find your center of gravity on the bike and where you should be to take off some of the stress on the wrist and put it more into the powerful muscles around the hips.
So ideally, in a riding position, you actually put most of your weight on your feet. So what we're gonna do is a quick drill here. I'm just gonna support the bike here so Jason can find some positioning. And what we're gonna do here is Jason is going to move his weight back and forth, almost to the point where he can't feel any weight on his hands. So, how's that feel, Jason?
It's pretty challenging, but if I lean back and sit a little more upright, maybe hinge through my hips, I'm able to float my hands a little.
There you go. So you can even, as you can see, he's got zero weight on his hands because his hands aren't even touching the bike. Now, try to drop down lower into a more aggressive right position. There you go. So here you can see that he's shifting his weight up and down, but there's still no weight on his handlebars.
And that's a big difference of what I'd probably normally do, which is lean over a little bit more as I crouch down. But definitely feels a lot more powerful through the hips if I keep my butt back and hinge through the waist a little bit.
So it's not to say that you won't ever put weight on your front wheel or on your handlebars, but this is primarily where your weight should be in a good riding position.
So check that out, have some fun, find the right position for you, and see if that kind of reduces some of the fatigue that you're experiencing on your wrist over a long day.
See you on the trail.